I'm not an engineer, I'm not a conservationist, I'm not an artist, I'm not a writer or writist. What am I? Well, really, the only answer is I happen to be an individual. My primary school teacher, who brought a potter's wheel into the classroom, and we made pots of it while he turned the wheel round. He showed us how to do it. But it was the first time I ever saw a pot being made on a wheel. I think it must have lit something up inside me. I don't know. Actually, I haven't stopped since. The first true mentor that I had in the art sense would have been Keith Patterson, painter. He had just been to Spain with his wife. They came back, became very familiar with the traditional Spanish terracotta potters, particularly the peasant potters, the ones who made the huge wine vessels for fermenting the wine. Enormous terracotta pots, and they did that by the coiling method, by hand. Just rolled out coils and welded them on top of each other to get the form they wanted. And it was Keith who showed me the technique of coiling clay. When I grasped it and started making coiled pots, I could not stop. And then I graduated from fairly symmetrical things to the wildest sculptural forms I could ever think of. What I'm doing now is no different from what I'd be doing if I was making something 10 times the size. It's all the same basic process of coiling and welding, smoothing over. See? Also, you've got first-class control of the form. You see, I'm adjusting it now so that I get the correct degree of curvature that I want. So you're doing two things at once. You're welding the coils together so that you can't see them. Nothing worse than unwelded coils all the way up a sculpture, just like that rubber tyre man, what's his name? Yeah, this is trial and error all the time. You know, I'm looking at the damn thing now and trying to relate that curve to this one, if you follow. There is a relationship that I want to achieve between these curvatures. Everything's got to relate to everything else in a form. I want to achieve balance, and I want to achieve something aesthetically fine as well. I don't know anybody else who works like that, frankly. It's such a wonderful technique, and it's slow, and you have to think about what you're doing. I never plan what I'm doing, I let it more or less happen. The form could be dictated by mood or thinking or ideas from other artists or sculptors, or even ideas from nature. I've been an engineer in the early days with steam boilers and steam engines and so on. So I've made a lot of sculptures based on the steam boiler with its tube plates full of holes. You see several of those. They're usually big, bold, shaped things. But then you go from the mechanical extremes like that, right down to nature. I like to combine those two things a mechanical form with a natural form. You know, I combine all these opposites, if you like. And that's what I find exciting about what I do, is combining opposites almost to the point of absurdity, in a way. It makes you think. I don't see any point in trying to explain my work for a start. That's absolutely pointless. The nature of art is such that it's a form of communication. And once you start using language to explain art, you're up against something which is impossibly difficult. The work that you do should be the art. That's better. Yes.